Good morning, guys. I am so happy that we are kicked off and launched into December, and I hope you had a great day yesterday. Cruising through those meal plans, having no sugar, starting to feel good. In these next couple days, you're going to see how good it feels to be clean. So I'm excited for you. What I'm even more excited about is that yesterday night my mom came over, so random, but I didn't get out in time yesterday to go get that book I wanted, that we had done the video over. Look what she brought me last night. Is that not a God thing? So we are going to cruise through this book, The Greatest Gift. It's by Ann Voskamp, and I really want to encourage you to go pick it up because it's phenomenal. I just did the first quiet time out of there. So much to process that I really thought I would just video to this morning and read a little and just pull out some nuggets that kind of hit me. And then I'm going to put some group discussion questions on the Facebook group that we can just share together with. So first one's the most important scripture, okay? Isaiah 11, 1 through 2. And so you don't have to stare at my mug. I'm going to see if I can reverse it. Oh, dang, I can't. Does that show? Okay. Out of the stump of David's family will grow a shoot, yes, a new branch bearing fruit from the old root. And the Spirit of the Lord will rest on him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and the fear of the Lord. In that day, the heir to David's throne will be a banner of salvation to all the world. The nations will rally to him, and the land where he lives will be a glorious place. Isaiah 11, 1 through 2 and 10. So that's the scripture reading. And then just some things that I highlighted as I read through about it. Out of this, so they're equating a Christmas tree with a family tree, the lineage of Jesus. And the fact, that's kind of the symbolism of the season. And Advent is, let me read to you what Advent is. I love this. I think it's beautiful. It's by Friedrich Bonn. I know it's not Bonhoeffer because I've read that, but it's Buchner or something. In the silence of a midwinter dusk, there is far off in the deeps of it somewhere a sound so faint that for all you can tell it may only be the sound of silence itself. You hold your breath to listen. You walk up the steps to the front door. The empty windows at either side of it tell you nothing. Here comes Miss Charlotte. Sorry. You hold your breath to listen. You walk up the steps to the front door. The empty windows at either side of it tell you nothing, or almost nothing. For a second you catch a whiff in the air of some fragrance that reminds you of a place you've never been and a time you have no words for. You are aware of the beating of your heart. The extraordinary thing that is about to happen is matched only by the extraordinary moment that just before it happens. Advent is the name of this moment. Advent, we're in Advent right now. We're in a place of waiting and anticipation. That's what the days in December leading up to Christmas and opening this gift means. And I am so excited for the first time in my life to take every day in December and anxiously await the celebration of the birth of our King. I hope going through this will create that for you as well. So going back to the symbolism of a Christmas tree and a family tree in our lineage, out of the stump of that fallen tree, watered with the living waters that flow from the depths of his grace, a twig sprouts. That twig will be the scepter that defeats your sin and lets you grow again. Out of that stump and sheared impossible, there springs a singular shoot, tender and vulnerable. There in the midst of inconceivable, the loud claims, all the Jews crying out, they were looking for the Son of God. Has he come? They were seeing false prophets, but out of the loud cells and the big spectacles, Christ comes small, the micro matter miracle, who comes in the whisper and says, "Seek me just where you are." Look for the small glimpses of God glory breaking in, breaking out, sprouting, shooting, unfurling, bearing fruit, making a kingdom, remaking the world, but slow and still. And seek the shoot that bears witness to God. The hardly noticed child, the hymn hummed over the sink, the unassuming woman at the store, bent over the register. The theology of the tree, of the cross, always seeks the presence of God and the belittled gifts of the world. And I love that. The small babe of Bethlehem, the dismissed Son of God, the stripped and beaten Messiah hanging exposed on the tree, he begs us to spend time and attention of Advent, of these next coming days, on the little, on the least, on the lonely, and on the lost. Because in the rush, in the hurry, in our addiction to speed, no doubt, it might just be a bit like stepping on the shoot that sprouts from the stump. Advent, it is made of the moments, this slow unfurling of grace. So, right now, I want you to think about that. I want you to think about what Advent is. It's the waiting. It's the days of December leading up to Christmas. I want you to think about the symbolism of a Christmas tree and a family lineage. Jesus' lineage was filled with cheaters, liars, prostitutes, adulteress, and that's what it's talking about. Out of just this ugliness, this little sprout, this little babe came shooting through this ugly lineage. It wasn't perfect, and it wasn't what people were looking for. So think about the family lineage tree with the Christmas tree, and how from that little sprout became big, and then lots of fruit was bore. And then think about taking time to look for things in the little this season, things where we can find joy and contentment. It's not in the big, it's not in the loud, it's in the small. So I'm going to post this to the group, and then I'm going to write just a few questions for you to answer, participate. I'll put 3 down, and if there's one that draws to you, answer that. But I just want to ask that you take one of those questions and share with us. All right? Have a wonderful day.